Welcome back to another edition of All Chiefed Up, where we do Kansas City Chiefs news, analysis, and more. It is Tuesday, Chiefs Kingdom. So, Mike, we're going to roll out this new series that we have called Under the Lights, which is a weekly player spotlight. We're going to have a video on one of the Chiefs players every Tuesday so that you guys can learn a little bit more about them, maybe learn some stuff you didn't know. But before we get started, make sure to hit that like button on this video if you enjoy the content on our channel. It helps us out tremendously. If you're not a subscriber yet, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you get notifications when we come out with new content. And if you do a $4.99 or more super thanks, we will mail you out some stickers and keychains.
Yeah, so this week we're just going to kick right in with Juju Smith-Schuster. I'm sure you've seen it on the thumbnail, so we're not going to lie to you about that. So let's just roll right into it, Steve. What do you got on Juju?
Juju Smith-Schuster was born John Sherman Smith, November 22nd, 1996 in Long Beach, California. What about that name, Mike?
Dude, I love Juju, but John Sherman, dude, I'm so glad he picked Juju.
Well, he didn't pick Juju, actually. His aunt picked Juju. So as a child, his aunt would call him Juju, and luckily that stuck and not Shermy or Big Sherm or
Hey,
something like that.
Mitch Holthus, Patrick Mahomes back to John Sherman for the 19-yard touchdown.
John Sherman Smith has planted his flag. No.
The Shermanator.
All right, Juju actually played some youth football with Snoop Dogg in one of those Snoop Dogg leagues, man. A lot of players are coming out of there, coming to the NFL. You're seeing them be successful. That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, he actually nicknamed him Sports Center because he said he was a highlight reel. We actually had another player, DeAnthony Thomas, played with Snoop Dogg's teams, and he liked him. So a lot
Yeah,
of Snoop Dogg connections.
Snoop saw what everybody else didn't in Juju, I guess, from a young age because he called him Sports Center and said he was definitely going to see that boy on ESPN one day. And he was right. So good call on that one, Snoop Dogg. Juju played his high school football at Long Beach Polytechnic, where he was very successful. He was a five-star recruit on Rivals.com. He was a number 2 wide receiver and number 24 overall coming out of that class, Mike.
Juju played his college ball at the University of Southern California Trojans. He was then drafted round 2, pick 30 by Pittsburgh in the 2017 draft.
So it didn't take Juju long to make a splash in Pittsburgh, man. He actually holds some NFL records, which is pretty cool, 2 of them. Youngest player ever to reach 2,500 yards receiving, and he's also the first player ever to have 2 offensive touchdowns, 97 yards or more.
Yeah, Juju did a lot of crazy stuff in his short time in the league so far. Did you know he has been top 10 in the league receptions twice already? In 2018, he was 111 receptions, and in 2020 had 97 receptions. And to go on with that, to your point, the longest reception in the NFL, he has been in the top 10 3 times. In 2017, he had the longest with 97. In 2018, he had the longest with 97. And in 2019, he held the number 10 spot with a 76-yard touchdown.
Yeah, so since Juju had some injuries the last couple of years and was playing with Dinosaur Roethlisberger, he looked a little dull lately. And people seem to have a short memory and have forgotten how good Juju was when he first came into the league. When he had a really good number 1 on his team with Antonio Brown, he was tearing it up in Pittsburgh. And he was still a young cat at that point. But hey, everyone says he has no breakaway speed or he's not fast enough. But this guy's got all these long touchdowns. How are you holding records for long 97-yard touchdowns, blah, 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 and you don't have speed to break away? Because obviously you got some kind of speed.
Juju runs like a 4.5. I mean, he's getting a little older, but he's not ancient. He's only like, what, 6 year in the league? He's got a lot of football left. He was a Pro Bowler in 2018. Like, this is a Pro Bowl wide receiver we got on the roster. He can definitely take the number 1 spot this year for sure.
Yeah, if he looks anything like he did in camp, I mean, he was sharp all off season. We didn't get to see much of him in the preseason because of a knee injury. Hopefully, injuries are not going to be a thing for him in Kansas City because, I mean, the more they nag and nag and nag, it's going to end up hurting his career because he's already had 2, like I said, dull years because of it.
Let me give you a couple of his career stats. That's pretty impressive. He's played 63 games. He's had 323 receptions, 3,855 yards, which makes that an 11.9 yards a reception, 26 touchdowns. And then what I found very impressive, this was actually a higher catch percentage than Allen Robinson, who everybody wanted during the offseason. And we said, Juju's got a better catch percentage. Juju has a 69% catch percentage. And if you actually go back and look, I've got a stat brought up. In the year 2020, which was his last healthy season, he had 128 targets and route participation was at 96%, which means he ran 96% of Pittsburgh's routes, and his actual catch rate was 99% true catch rate, 95.1% true catch rate, which means that is an insane amount of catch rate. Like taking away all the overthrows, all the underthrows, if you put it on him, he catches the ball 95.1% of the time.
Right.
That
And we need some sure hands because we've seen what all these drops can do to a quarterback last year. Literally, most of Mahomes' interception last year weren't even his fault. It's because the receivers couldn't pull the ball in. Tyreek Hill. But anyway, Juju, we barked for Juju all offseason. We actually called it. We said that the Chiefs were gonna sign Juju Smith-Schuster. We were all about it. We were probably his biggest advocates on YouTube, saying that we had to get this guy. And I feel like everyone was against us on that. But now that they saw what he was doing in camp and in the off season, the tide's turning a little bit. So if he were to come out here and have a good season, I think everybody will be on board.
Yeah. One of the things I loved about him, again, going back to this last healthy season he had in 2020, he averaged over 1.11 yards of target separation, which means he created a cushion for his QB on all of his throws at an average of over 1 yard of cushion, a 3.88 catch radius is what they're saying. And his contested catch rate was at 54%, which means when you had a corner draped all over this guy, he was still catching the ball 54% of the time. So that is big. Mahomes does not have to just throw you open. He can actually use that arm strength, put it right on Juju, and he's going to catch this ball. That's what we're going to see.
Not only is Juju a good football player, but he's also a pretty cool guy too. People seem to like him. He's very personable. Pittsburgh fans didn't want him to go. They miss him already. Yeah, but he's notorious for what? Touchdown celebrations. This guy's touchdown celebrations are awesome. He uses a lot of pop culture, popular things, and as his end zone dances and stuff. It's pretty cool. He's gone from like Dragon Ball Z to like the latest TikTok trends or whatever. Like Juju seems to be hip to the game when it comes to that stuff, and he gets out there on the field and has some fun.
Yeah. One of the things that I always liked about Juju, I'd read this interview with Chase Claypool when he was drafted, and he said that in the game, be it at practice or wherever, Juju would always go to the coaches and defend all the young guys and be like, "Hey, you guys are wanting us to do this, and it's not working. We've got to do something different." And they would be afraid to say it, but Juju would step up as that leader and take all the blame for him and tell the coaches like, "Hey, this ain't working, dude. We got to switch this." And we got to put these guys in a successful situation. And then another thing I really liked about him is he said he bought a house next to Juju. He actually moved into the house next to him, and he called him up one night and he was like, "Hey man, I don't have any trash bags. Do you have some trash bags?" And Juju, this being a rookie, Juju didn't say no, go get it, go do whatever, sorry for your luck. Juju said, "Man, I don't have any. I just ran out, but I'm gonna get in my car and run up to the store and get them for you." And he went and bought the dude some trash bags. Like that's a good dude. Like usually you're hazing rookies and be like, "Go get it yourself, bro, and get me some too." But yeah, Juju's just a good dude. Like all around, they really liked him, and he's nice. He's got a good football IQ. And the thing I like about him is the dude loves video games. He's actually started his own video game company called Team Diverge, and they're trying to set up an athlete-led gaming, entertainment, and lifestyle company. So they're actually getting into like, Fortnite and different things. So he's got, a lot going on outside the game too. He's a smart dude.
Yeah, you mentioned him being a gamer. He actually had this Twitch stream that completely broke the internet one time. He was playing on a team in Fortnite with Ninja, Drake, and Travis Scott and Juju. They were the team. And at one point, that live stream actually had 628,000 watchers at one time, man. I don't know how many viewers that stream got throughout the entire thing, but just 628K at one time, that is
He
absurd.
also won SI's Gamer of the Year award. Sports Illustrated give a Gamer of the Year award. He won it. I'm not for sure what year. I think it might have been 2021. But a little fun fact. I don't know if he wants us to throw this out, but if you guys are on PS4, his gamer tag is clutch underscore time underscore Uchi UCE. So you
Why
guys
are you
can add
gonna
him.
why are you just gonna throw him out like that?
He put it out himself. You
I'm
just
just
had to
kidding.
know where to find it, my man. But go see if you'll run some games of Warzone with him. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's also into NFTs, so he's ahead of the game on that whole thing because I'm not, guys. Let's get this straight right now. I couldn't properly tell you what an NFT is, but I do know that by the looks of it, it's going to be the next big thing, man.
Dude, I'm into crypto like crazy. So I don't own an NFT. They kind of blow up. Like, so you got to have a lot of money. But yeah, I've seen his NFT. It's kind of awesome. We'll throw a picture on the screen. It looks like a little bit of a play off of the Joker from Batman, and it's called the Bomber number 177. It's kind of cool. But yeah, Juju's into all this current stuff, man. He's a business guy at heart, it looks like. And I just think he's smart. I think he's a good guy all around. That's probably why Beach wanted to go get him.
Hey, he also has a little French bulldog named Bougie. How cool is that?
He does. He actually he posted one day on a Father's Day and said Bougie bought him a Tesla. He bought himself a Tesla and said it was from the dog.
That's awesome. All right, Chiefs Kingdom, that's all we got on Juju Smith-Schuster here on his player spotlight. If you learned anything about Juju today that you didn't know already, make sure to smash that like button. If you're not a subscriber yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button right now. Hit the bell to get notifications when we come out with new content. Any super things over $4.99, and we're going to give you a sticker and a keychain via mail. And we appreciate everything you guys do. Hit that share button on some of these videos. Let everybody else know about Juju.
Yeah. Get John Sherman out there.
John Sherman Smith Schuster.
Sherman.
Sure.
Anthony Sherman's cousin. Big Sherm.
All right, guys, be back here tomorrow to watch our weekly Wednesday roast, and we will see you then.
Look out, Russell.
That's right.
Watch it, Russell. We're coming for you.
See you guys.
Peace.
There goes a sight from my soul.